All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching season 2, episode 7 of My Hero Vigilantes, the spinoff. And so I'm enjoying this deep dive into Aizawa and his cohort, because I didn't quite realize, I knew Aizawa was close with Present Mike, right? That's like the closest person he's with in the main series. And I knew about Shirakumo. I didn't quite know the relationship he had with Midnight. And I had no idea. I think I'm late to the party. I mean, I know the manga readers knew this. Maybe I'm late to the party even for anime only people. I had no idea that the goggle idea for Aizawa came from Shirakumo. I had no idea. And then for the end of this episode, like after the credits, before the preview, the way that episode ended, man, the same episode he gave Aizawa the goggles, same episode you gonna take him away from us? Okay, let's get into the specifics, right? So we found with last episode, Midnight helped us get an agency. And so we opened up this episode. I just want to point out this villain is Majin Buu. Like, I know most of us knew this. For whoever didn't, that villain is literally just Majin Buu. At first, before I seen the vest and the pants, I was like, oh, that's like a human coughing, like the Pokemon. But it's literally just Majin Buu with cigarettes in his mouth. But so this is actually, Pete family, this was actually a terrible matchup for our group, right? Hence us failing the first time. But as talented as Midnight, Midnight just go into a closed space and put everybody in the space to sleep, right? Shirakumo has all types of versatility with his quirk, right? But it just turns out, family, that because both of their quirks are like air and wind and gas, right? Like a smoke person, someone who fills the room with smoke first, like that doesn't allow for Midnight's quirk to, spread around the room. It doesn't allow for Shirakumo's Loud Cloud's quirk to really like manifest in a way that he would like. The room is filled, like space is taken. It's occupied, right? So he gets away, family. And then Aizawa was really the only one there to chase him. But we learned that Aizawa hesitated. Like with a quirk like his, he has to be the person to make the move first, right? And in the main series, we see that all the time. He's activating his Sharingan eraser quirk like with a quickness, without hesitation. But he's still hesitating at this point, right? And so the villain got away. Now this leads to, right? And I liked his Purple Highness more than I thought I would. Like, I was excited because it was a Prince reference, but this is a really cool instructor, right? I wish we got to see more of him, but I guess like the next episode might be the last of it. But so I enjoyed seeing that instructor, that pro hero, and he was giving us feedback. He's like, hey man, Shirakumo, I like that you're quick to action. Really, just, you'll make mistakes that way, but with experience, you'll improve. He's like, Midnight, great focus on the victims and the people rather than the villain. Because that's what makes us heroes. I like that line that he had. He said, that's what makes us heroes and not bounty hunters. Is we're focused on saving people and handling villains next. People first, villains next. Right? I did like that. And he's basically telling Aizawa, like, hey man, we saved people and you look like someone died. How do you think these people are gonna feel when they look at you and see how you look? Right? So all this episode, Aizawa is working on his a few things, but part of it is his smile, right? Now, what makes him genuinely smile? We know as main series fans, and we learned in this episode, it's kittens, family. Come on now, the hint was there last episode. We seen that all in the main series, but like Aizawa has a soft spot for kittens, so that's one thing to get him to genuinely smile and enjoy himself, right? The other thing is his friends, right? At the end of the episode, he's like, man, I was worried about the trajectory of my career and what I was gonna do. Like, I'm so lucky to have this group of friends that's like dragging me along with them. And he is lucky, family. Aizawa's a legend by the end of the day, right? Aizawa is it's hard to categorize him. Like, he's not All Might, he's not Deku, but he's just a legend, bar none. He's a legendary hero. Top tier, right? Not yet. He is lucky that he has Present Mike and Shirakumo and Midnight. Also legends, right? Shirakumo didn't get to reach there, but Present Mike and Midnight, what they contributed to like when we was taking down the Liberation Army front and in the end battle, like, they're legendary heroes. He is lucky that he was in a cohort with them, and they kind of dragged him along. Midnight handed him the internship in his lap. Shirakumo gave him like a vision of the future. Present Mike is like he's just constantly giving Aizawa confidence. He's like, hey man, you're overthinking this. Like, things are gonna be all right. I just like seeing Aizawa develop like this. This is like our Aizawa origin. Now we see the villain again, and the goggles work, and our teamwork has improved, and we take him down. And then we get a training session, much like in the original series, Class A versus Class B. Here we are doing this for Aizawa and Shirakumo, right? So because Shirakumo suggests, he says, hey, me and Aizawa are real life partners at our internship. Can we partner up for this exercise too? And the teacher takes that suggestion across the class. He's like, hey, for anybody working with someone in an internship, pair up. So this kind of forces Present Mike to pair up with this, I forget his name, Sensoji, something like that. But he's Aizawa's Bakugo, and in a way. And Present Mike and him are a powerful combo. Like the teacher said, like they can just spam their quirks and they're a problem. They're a problem for anybody. Think about when Present Mike was spamming his quirk against Earjack and what's the animal guy? The animal speaker? Anima? Coda, right? They're just spamming and they're a problem. But Shirakumo and Aizawa have a high quality of technique, and their teamwork, they just have great chemistry. On top of that though, this guy did say like, hey, Present Mike, like, hold off, because he's just so arrogant and easily triggered and reactionary that he's like, oh, Present Mike, sit this one out, I'll fight him 2-on-1. Come on, silly. Like, what you're not All Might, gang. You're not. No, like, you have a strong quirk, but like, this is a superhuman society. For you to think that you can take anybody on, like, that's just the silliest thinking to me. But so he loses, right? He loses. He's a sore loser. But it was fun to see the aftermath of Present Mike and Shirakumo and Aizawa and even Midnight bonding over the goggles, right? And they're just like so excited for their future working together that it just rips your heart out when you see that Shirakumo and his Purple Highness were taken out by Gigantomachia. Like, damn, man. I didn't get enough of either of those two characters. I did not. But Gigantomachia is that type of villain. What were those guys gonna do against him, honestly? Anyhow, I enjoyed seeing Aizawa's origin. It hurt. Just in that episode, attaching to his Purple Highness and Shirakumo and then losing them at the end. Or next episode. All praises. Peace and love.